it was clear that Morocco had passed through a decisive stage in dealing with the issue of the Sahara, which appeared through the content of the royal speech on the occasion of the anniversary of the Green March. It stopped at development and economic projects without focusing on the political aspect of the file, which reflects that the kingdom is convinced to resolve the battle soon. A number of analysts believe that Morocco is heading to resolve the Battle of the Sahara on the ground and politically in the near future, especially after the international consensus on the Security Council resolution and the continuation of the Polisario Front in ignoring international decisions, and Iran's involvement in the regional conflict. There are also intersecting readings regarding Morocco's attempt to restore the buffer zone east of the security wall and to extend full sovereignty over it, and it is currently considered forbidden lands for the Polisario militia, by virtue of the absolute air control of the Royal Armed Forces aircraft. Morocco permanently closed the 10 kilometers with a security wall set up by members of the engineering staff of the Royal Armed Forces with the aim of preventing any entry into the area in the future. The last time the presence of the front's elements in the buffer zones was detected coincided with the intervention of the Royal Moroccan Armed Forces in the Guerat region on November 13, 2020. When the Polisario chose to retreat in light of the heightened surveillance and the concentration of the army in the desert. Mohammed Al-Taiya, a security and military expert, said that the royal speech presented a clear message confirming that the Battle of the Moroccan Sahara issue has entered an important turning point, after the great success in implementing and downloading development and social projects in the southern provinces, and building a strong and exceptional structure. The same expert added, in a statement to Hess Press, that Morocco is persistently moving to overcome the obstacles of the fabricated crisis in its south, and to move strongly to improve the conditions of the peoples of its regional surroundings, noting that the royal speech made it clear that Morocco is managing the Moroccan Sahara issue from a position of strength, and that the battle for decisiveness not far. He stressed that the statements of the Algerian military regime and the Polisario militia, rejecting UN Resolution 2654, are considered the beginning of the countdown to resolving the Sahara conflict on the ground and militarily by the Royal Armed Forces, as a first step before resolving it within the corridors of the United Nations. He continued, after confirming the Polisario's availability of Iranian marches through Algeria and its explicit intention to use them to launch terrorist attacks targeting civilians deep in the southern Moroccan cities, Morocco has the absolute authority to use its right to legitimate defense in accordance with international law, and to restore the buffer zones east of the security wall. Al-Taiya stated that the recovery of these areas has become an urgent necessity, especially in light of the emerging threats and dangers facing the homeland, following the multiplicity of statements of a terrorist nature by the leadership of the separatist Polisario militias, which demonstrated its definitive disavowal of the ceasefire agreement signed in 1991.